Jurors are deliberating right now in the Dale Warner murder trial. I'm Melissa Andrews, a crime and investigative reporter covering the trial of Dale Warner, who's accused of murdering his wife Dee in 2021 and then welding her body inside a fertilizer tank. So at 3:39, the jury began its deliberations. Just before that, the judge chose 4 alternates. It sounded like one of them was intentionally chosen, and he happened to be the one that I reported to you guys had nodded off earlier in the trial. So it would make sense that both sides would actually want him to be an alternate, because everybody wants clearly a juror that is able to listen to all the evidence. So we ended with 7 men and 5 women that are deliberating right now. It's been just about an hour, but maybe they had to get settled in. I did catch up with some of Dee's family members. Some of them, including her brother Greg, are still in the courtroom just standing by, but I think he is prepared for this to go into tomorrow and possibly even Monday. So I'm just going to go over really quickly. It's not going to be a long video because we are waiting. We're allowed to be in the courtroom until 6 tonight. The judge said he's going to let him go between 5 and 6, 5:30 and 6. So first we started with Jackie Wise, the prosecutor, and she took about an hour and a half or so. She told jurors the evidence shows a pattern of control leading up to Dee Warner's death. She pointed to testimony that Dale Warner tracked his wife's movements thousands of times through her vehicle location services, installed a GPS tracker on her vehicle, and tried to clone her phone. Jackie argued that the couple's marriage was deteriorating and that Dee planned to confront Dale about divorce and selling the businesses the day before she disappeared. They laid out a timeline they say shows that Dale Warner killed his wife in their home and then used farm equipment to move her body to a spray barn on the property. Surveillance video, they say, shows him later gathering tools necessary, welding equipment, and spending more than 2 hours in the spray barn. And in that time, they believe, is when he used time that he cut open and weld shut the tank containing her body. And Jackie did say that she believes that the safe is where Dee's body was at that time. So the defense told jurors the state's case is built all on assumptions. Mary Chartier said there's no physical evidence tying Dale Warner to a killing, no blood, no signs of a struggle, no proof that Dee Warner died that day. He also pointed to his Apple Watch activity, which showed no flights climbed and a low heart rate that someone would have when they're sleeping. She pointed to the GPS data in their surveillance video, but she says it shows Warner working throughout the day on farm equipment and that employees had testified that if something was broken, he would do minor welding repairs. She also said that multiple family members and employees were freely moving around the property. Nothing was ever locked up, no buildings, the house, and so anyone could have been coming and going. The defense is also criticizing investigators for failing to fully explore other potential suspects and argued that this timeline presented by the prosecution just doesn't fit. In rebuttal, so prosecution has a chance to address anything that the defense brings up, Jackie Wise said that the timeline does work and argued that Dale Warner deliberately chose the spray barn because it had no cameras. He could have done any of this in any other shop, she said. They also said the lack of blood evidence is not unusual in cases involving blunt force trauma and strangulation. She pointed to the coroner saying that this type of injury that Dee Warner had to her head wouldn't necessarily produce blood or a lot of blood. The defense argued that the medical examiner said he couldn't tell when Dee Warner was killed or when she was placed in that tank. But as we know in criminal cases, a lot of times the medical examiner coordinates with investigators on the timeline. Right now it is 4:45 p.m. This is my little office right now. I just don't like doing these videos in front of people, and there's a bunch of people over there. So anyway, I will of course get on here and let you know if anything happens.